Louisiana beer reviews. This is sort of an emergency review. Red's Green Apple Ale. Okay, I went to Racetrack gas station. Okay, let me get the food off the grill, the stove, I mean to say, because I usually eat at 5:30 in the morning. It's close to 7:30 now. Oh, sorry, 7:40. The day is getting away. I had to go to the, didn't have to. I went to the grocery store to do a review. Okay, get these eggs. I got the Manda smoked sausage, hot. They had it on sale at Mathern's, 2 for $4. So I bought 2 packs, of course. Now I fried this up in olive oil. I had some Creole seasoning mix, chopped, which is chopped onion, chopped celery, and red bell pepper. 2 medium fried eggs in the sausage. So, you know, a light layer of olive oil. I'm going to put the sriracha sauce again. I should have put some cheese in it, but that's okay. I'll do that with the... This stuff's really not that hot. It's just flavorful. I have some black pepper I'll put on it. So here's the story. I went to Mathern's at 6:40 and I did an hour ago, and I did a review of the Duvel Triple Hop, okay? And I was a little disappointed because it seemed like it detracted from the typical Duvel greatness instead of enhancing it. So anyway, I had to sit down and think about that when I write the written review. I have some coffee here. So then I went to Racetrack because I'm getting together with 2 guys from England Thursday. They wanted to examine Coors Light, which to them, like the guys in Australia, is like fascinating. People in Canada is fascinating because Coors Light just showed up in Canada in 2014. They had never had it before. So it was like a big deal over around the Commonwealth countries. And so I went and I bought a 40-ounce bottle of Coors Light. I figured, oh well, it was $2.99, which was cheaper per ounce than the other variations which we get. 1.18 liters, and then they had I figured I'd get Coors Banquet. That's 89 cents a can, just to show them they can't get this at all in Canada, Australia, or the United Kingdom. The original Coors. But then I said, ooh, I had heard something about it, and then I saw Red's Green Apple. Or they're saying Granny Smith apple in some areas, but it's saying green apple here. And the commercials are saying Granny Smith apple. There's no video reviews, of course. There's really only 2 written reviews. And then I saw Red's Wicked Mango Refreshingly Hard Ale. Now you're saying, hey, but you said you don't do flavored. I don't. Okay, and it's also certified kosher. Ale with natural flavors and caramel color. I'm going to try to explain. This is 8%, so imagine that the original Wicked Apple just knocked me for a loop. I mean, knocked me down. It's a knockout beer, really. But there are certain beers like alternatives, like Four Loko, or the Lime-A-Rita, and the Blast from Colt 45. Those type of things. And then you have Seagram's and Bartles and James and all that. Those I consider alternatives. They're beer based, but they're not true beers in my opinion. Whereas this is an ale with natural and artificial flavors with coloring added. So I would consider it more of a beer than just a concoction that's based on beer. Maybe that's stretching it and I'm just being, you know, a little ridiculous about it, but anyway, this is the first video review for this beer in the world. And I think these were 2 for $1.50. The big can was 2 for $3. 2 for $5, sorry. $2.50 a can. Very bubbly. I don't think it's going to be as good as the later than 12. But then again, it's not going to be $14 a bottle like that. Okay, so you know, it's a trade-off. Super bubbly. Smells like apples, green apples, like Jolly Rancher. I'm not into that. Some people are. Tastes like a very light ale, probably like a blonde ale. You could probably write to Miller, maybe Dr. David Ryder or one of his assistants would maybe go over with you exactly what are the ingredients. I think they would do that. It's an interesting history. Reds, apple ales have only been around here, what, 3 years? But they started in South Africa in 1996. Apparently it was an independent company, Reds Brewing. And they made these apple ales and they were popular and they were bought by South African Beverages, who, as you may know, has their headquarters today in London. They're a multinational company, and they bought Miller from Philip Morris, the tobacco company, in 2005. So awesomeness, by the way. They expanded the line. SAB-Miller is a company. Their website is quite extensive. It gives a very detailed history of South African beverages, by the way. Fascinating. Molson Coors is a company. It was a 50-50 merger of Molson of Canada, Coors of the United States. Those two families, Peter Coors and his family, and the Molson family, made a 50-50 merger. Now, some people will say Molson bought Coors. If you get on their website, Molson Coors, they're very clear they did not buy Coors. Miller Coors is not a company. Miller Coors is a joint venture from SAB-Miller and Miller Coors in 2008 to coordinate their marketing efforts in the United States. It's not a company. I like to drink coffee with eggs and sausage, but the sausage is pretty hot. Not so sure about the apple ale. It's sweet. It's, you know, it tastes like beer with apple flavor in it, green apple. The finish is, you know, the mouthfeel is light and watery, and the finish is champagne-like, meaning mostly dry. You say it can't be sweet and dry. Yes, it can be, okay? We're not drinking wine anyway. I'm talking about the finish. The drinkability, as you would imagine, 5% alcohol is super high. In some ways, and this will sound crazy, in some ways it is not dissimilar to the Duvel Triple Hop. How? Because the high carbonation, the prickliness in the mouth, the champagne-like finish, the sweetness, the fruitiness. Is this anywhere as good as that? Obviously not. On the other hand, this was what? $1 something a can. You might see it 90 cents a can. The Duvel will be maybe $5 a bottle. So it's all a trade-off situation. Would I ever buy this? No. Does that mean it's bad? No. If you like flavored ales, will this appeal to you? Yes. Is it well made? Yes. Is it worth buying? Yes. You know, if you want to pay it. Is it a credible budget semi-novelty beer? Yes. How would I rate it? For beer overall, you know, it's marginal. I guess it's a C. It's okay. Because it doesn't really taste like beer. It's only marginally a beer. On the other hand, it is made with the Miller 04. That's Fort Worth. So that's Miller Brewing. It is made with the Miller quality control. It's going to always be, you know, like it's supposed to be. You're not going to get a bad batch. So it's a C. You know, it's average for a beer. Maybe a B minus. It's margin. You know, it's acceptably good. For a flavored beer, flavored ale, now you're getting into the A minus range, because it's pretty much right in every way. So it's sort of like your call. And I think a lot of people, when they review beer, they misapprehend things. They'll say, well, I don't like the style, so therefore it's bad. I don't like squash. Does that mean squash is bad? Hardly. So would I recommend it? Yeah, if you like flavored beer. Would I ever buy it? No. So it is what it is. You know, it's like disco music. It ain't for everybody. And I'm gonna end this review by saying y'all come on down to New Orleans.